In this video, I'm going to review one of the most popular niche fragrances for the summertime, Xerjoff's Erba Pura. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know before you buy this fragrance, because there are some downsides and things that I want to criticize to let you know if this is right for you or not. So discuss the presentation here. I don't have the box because I actually bought this used, but when this actually got to me, this is what it looks like. I think the bottle looks absolutely fantastic, very niche and luxurious. The only downside to it being this velvet kind of texture here, kind of feels like a carpet on the bottle. I know that they actually fixed this in the new iterations of this fragrance. It is now just kind of painted blue and they got rid of this textured feel. Other than that, you have that Xerjoff plaque on the front, the signature Xerjoff cap, which is very high quality feeling, inside having the insignia of Xerjoff. I think the atomizer in itself is good. It has a good distribution. It's not pressurized, but it gives itself a good distribution wide and far. As you can see, what does this fragrance actually smell like? So before I discuss that, I want to tell you that Xerjoff Erba Pura was released in 2019. It was perfumed by Christian Carbonell and Laura Santander. The actual notes to this fragrance listed on Fragrantica are Sicilian orange, bergamot, Sicilian lemon, fruits, white musk, Madagascar vanilla, and amber. Do you guys like the music in the background? Like, who turns up on a Sunday? It's crazy. That being said, those are the listed notes, and I'm going to move to another location where I can tell you exactly what I smell before that these people partying on the yacht get me in trouble for second party copyright music on this channel. So we had to move to a different point. That's okay, no problem at all. Other than the listed notes, what do I actually smell when I smell this fragrance? It's a kind of hard fragrance to describe because partially what I'm gonna say here is not gonna sound very attractive to you. So basically with this fragrance, you get a basket of fruits. You get a combination of different like tropical fruits in this fragrance. But the one thing that kind of separates it apart, like rotten melon smell or something like that, like one of the fruits went bad in the basket. This tropical feel in itself is being surrounded by an absolute bomb of musk. If you do not like musky fragrances or Middle Eastern smelling fragrances, you're not gonna like this fragrance at all because it kind of gives off that vibe. If there's any fragrance that I've ever recommended that is worth sampling, Xerjoff Erba Pura is an absolute chart topper in accordance to that. And I think that the reason that this fragrance gets a lot of like negative reviews is because this is a Xerjoff fragrance. Xerjoff, for the most part, has very classy smelling scent profiles. People that are used to the brand are like, what is this? Like, this is not Xerjoff. This is like Jean-Paul Gaultier style of like attention-grabbing, compliment-pulling fragrance style. Like, this is not that classy scent profile that you're expected when you buy a Xerjoff fragrance, right? That's the issue with this fragrance. Now, the scent profile in itself is not masculine at all. When I first smelled this, I was like, this is for sure a woman's fragrance. Like, I was not convinced at all. I would say that this is straight down the line unisex, if not leaning feminine, because it's very fruity, it's very musky. There's nothing in here like woody or spicy or anything like that. So to pull this thing off, you have to have confidence behind this. The performance to Xerjoff Erba Pura, I don't use this term lightly on this channel, but it's absolutely beast mode, okay? This is one of the strongest summertime fragrances I have in my collection. You're gonna invade people's noses. They're gonna probably ask you to leave and get a restraining order on you because you're going to be invading their personal bubble from 10 feet away. A lot of people have hyped this up to be the masculine man's scent DNA, you know, like the summertime scent. So I was very confused going into this and smelling this and being like, what the heck is this? Like, it's a very potent, aggressive, in-your-face scent profile. That guy took my jet ski. Look, there he is. That's my jet ski right there. That's okay. I'll get it back after this review. A lot of people have headaches when they smell like sweet fragrances in the summer. They don't want like too overpowering DNAs in the summertime. They want something soft. They want something citrusy and fresh. This is not going to do that. If you do not want to be noticed from like a mile away when you spray a fragrance, do not wear this as well because this is too strong in the summertime. But this is where I would recommend this to be a kind of like party time fragrance. Like, you're going to a resort, you're going to a beach party. This is that kind of fragrance. If you're ever wearing this fragrance in itself, this is an absolute attention grabber. Now, I must say, when I've worn this fragrance in itself, I wore this to Miami. I wore this in Brickell neighborhood. I got attention. I got some compliments while I was wearing this. But myself, I was a little bit overwhelmed by the scent profile. And that's kind of why I keep leaning in between like a hate or love with this fragrance, which I've described the scent profile profile to be. At one point I smelled this and I was like, this is way too strong. Like I cannot like deal with this any longer. And then by the end of the week, I was like, I absolutely love this. It's lasting all day. It's perfectly suiting to the environment I'm in. So that's what I mean. Like this is a sample first kind of fragrance. If you do not like those fragrances, this will not be for you. Projection category. This is a very, very strong fragrance. Gonna fill a room, 4+ feet projection. That's gonna last you probably, I would say like 4 to 6 hours in that range. And then it's gonna die down into like a 2+ foot fragrance to probably the 12-hour mark. Total longevity I've ever got out of this fragrance was probably like between like 12 and 14 hours. This on skin projects and it lasts a long time, but on clothes is like a 48-hour fragrance. Even when you wash your clothes, you're still gonna smell this on your clothes. The price profile is not very consumer friendly. 100 ml of Xerjoff Erba Pura goes for $355 Canadian. I actually got this secondhand for $180. Discounters are your bet. If you want to find this fragrance, I will link it to the cheapest possible price in the description below. In my opinion, this is actually underrated. I think that a lot of people overlook this fragrance. I think that it is overhated. It pulls me positive attention. It makes me feel confident and I love to wear this. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this an 8.75 out of 10. If you wanted to hear about my opinion on some of the niche fragrances that are overrated or underrated for the summer, click this video right here because I dive into that in depth. Thank you for watching and let me know in the comments below what you think about Xerjoff's Erba Pura. If you disagree with me or agree with me, that's totally okay. I'm open for honest discussions. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go bask in the sun and go from a polar bear to a lobster. I'm already burning within an hour. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you in that video right there.